Hey y'all. So I want to share this book, and I am going to list it for sale over on my Facebook page and in a couple of groups. So if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, you can look down in the description box and it'll have my Facebook page listed. If you're watching this on my TikTok page, then please go over to my bio and there will be a link tree, and you can find my Facebook page if you're interested in purchasing this. It will not be cheap, and I'm about to explain why. This is very much a collector's book. It needs to go into someone's library and passed down. So this book is mini books. This book is from 1895. It is a door-to-door book peddler book, or what they called book canvassers. Back in the day, they would give a book canvasser a book with samples of other books within them and samples of the pages, of the book plates, what was going to be the possible covers for each individual book. And there is also an order form sheet at the back of the book so they could keep up with who made orders and who did not. There's also a price listing in the book. This book has several books inside of it, not the full books. And every book is explained with a special sheet of paper at the beginning of each section. Now, there are several hardcover sections in this book. There is some writing in it. It is a little bit beat up, but remember, this is from 1895. And here's the back, which is another book different from this book. This is the Young Folks Reciter, what the cover would look like. And it's embossed. The gold has been worn off. And then this is silver. And here's the spine. And then this side is also embossed book cloth with some gold, silver, and black coloring to it. Inside, these flip open on the front and back cover. These are also embossed. They're just really pretty. There is some writing inside where this book was passed through different families and to different people over the years. Now, some of these pages are really fragile. And here is the first book. It's called Our Little Ones. The following 32 pages of text are taken from Our Little Ones, our 50-cent book. The lithographed covers which enclose these 32 pages are the same as will appear on the complete copies of this book. It will be 128 pages with artistic colored frontispiece, making the complete book 4 times larger than it appears here in this sample book. Okay. And then it will show, and here it says 1895 by Robert O. Law and the publishing company. And then in here will be samples of pages that were in the actual book once the book was ordered and printed. Okay. So I'm just going to do a little bit of flipping through here. These seem to be poems and prose, a few stories. Very cool. Very, very cool book. Okay. And then here's another hardcover. This would be the back cover of Our Little Ones, the first book. This is another book called Royal Pastimes. Again, there's an inscription here. And then here, this explains what Royal Pastimes would be once they completed printing it. It would contain 400 pages, which would be more than 12 times larger than it is in this sample book. Again, copyright 1985. Sample pages from the book. Now, I have not found any writing anywhere else other than at the beginning of the books. And this page is torn here and also torn here. There's another hardcover here. This one is for the Young Folks Reciter, which will be this cover. And it'll be 500 pages long, and it'll be 8 times larger than what is shown in this textbook. It also says it will be bound in purple. Now, this is, to me, is blue. The original color may have been purple. It has a purplish tone, but again, it has lost color throughout the years. And then here are pages from this particular book. Lots of book plates, lithographs in here. Lots and lots and lots of lithographs. Okay. And then here's the actual text with an introduction, contents, a list of illustration, and then it goes into the actual text. Okay, and then here is another book, Our Land of Liberty, or The Wonderful Story of America, which is this book. Now, when I looked up this book to research it, you could choose Our Land of Liberty as your book cover, or you could choose for this to say The Wonderful Story of America. So you could have either one printed, but this cover would be the same. The design of the cover would be the same. Again, this book would end up being much, much larger. This particular book says 800 pages, which would be 12 times larger than the text shown here. And there is Abraham Lincoln, Oliver Cromwell. Lots of history here. History of places, history of people, events. Benjamin Franklin. Jefferson Davis. There does appear to, oh, nope, it's here. Johnson Reservoir disaster. World Wars. Here's the actual text. Again, 1895 with a preface. And this one is in chapters. This is gorgeous. Okay. And then it'll go through this book. Here is the Constitution. Naturalization laws. These are newspaper clippings. These are excerpts from different newspapers of the time. and testimonials. And then here is the price list. Now, as you can see, the most expensive book would have been the History of America book for $225. And the cheapest book at 128 pages was 50 cents. And that's for a special printing. That's for an ordered printing. And then the last few pages in here are the subscriber list, the order sheet. It says subscriber's name, style of binding, residence, and occupation. And there are several sheets of these order forms in here. And there's no writing on them, and none of them are missing. Okay. And then the final back cover, and this also flips out, is embossed and correlates with this cover. So if you're interested, please go over and check out my Facebook post, sales post in regards to this book. Really cool book to check out, even if you don't purchase it. So I wanted to share. Thanks for watching, y'all.